Okay, so you've probably heard people talking about the growing interest in F1 races. And here in Montreal, race fever is especially hot. But have you heard of the Wall of Champions, also known as the Wall of Quebec? I was wondering if you could point to the Wall of Champions.
Tricky question.
The Wall of Champions? Oh my God.
Likely Sector 2?
Yes.
Do you know why it's called the Wall of Champions?
No.
I know this is the one that like multiple champions have crashed into.
Because a lot of crash. There's Bienvenue au Québec. Jacques Villeneuve.
So, what is it, and why do so many crashes keep happening here?
There's, very little margin for error coming out of that particular corner.
It's part of the sport to sort of go as close to the limit as you can without going over, because if you go over, it might be game over.
This spot on the Gilles Villeneuve track in Montreal is a place that all drivers are familiar with. It's located right here, and at first glance, it looks like an unassuming concrete wall. But in reality, it's a fast corner on the exit of turn 14, and it takes a lot of precision to pull off.
The exit of that particular corner, you've got some curbing, and then immediately you have the concrete wall. If the drivers are already driving at the car's limit, you lose a little bit of grip, then it puts you off of the driving line onto a dirtier part of the racetrack. And if you're not able to gather it up in time, you make contact with the wall.
For many years, the banner that covered this simple wall had Bienvenue au Québec written on it.
When drivers lost control and going outside of the chicane, they would crash into that sign. That's what made it so iconic, that you're literally crashing into the great big sign that says Bienvenue au Québec.
So when did it become the Wall of Champions?
In 1999, 3 world champions hit that wall, on the same weekend.
Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, and Jacques Villeneuve all became familiar with this wall.
And so therefore it's christened the Wall of Champions.
Because so many F1 world champions would crash into this wall over the years.
It's such an iconic nickname for it too, that it became a bit of a legend.
And these crashes kept happening. They could happen to anyone, whether it was a rookie, an F1 world champion, during practice, qualifying rounds, the races themselves. Some notable crashes were in 2005 with Jenson Button, 2006 with Juan Pablo Montoya, then in 2011 Sebastian Vettel crashed into the wall during practice, and in 2019 Kevin Magnussen crashed into it.
It's one of the consequences if you make a driving mistake. And these are, again, the best drivers in the world, and so they're used to being able to drive in those situations, and that's just simply part of it. The cars have become very safe, and they've really tried to maximize the safety conditions for the track, but in a place like that, there's simply nothing they can really do.
So there's been many close calls, but no one's ever perished at the Wall of Champions. And although the circuit itself hasn't changed, there's been many safety reinforcements year after year to make sure that it remains safe.